Thank you, sir.
Karishma,
Yes.
which place are you from?
Sir, I'm originally from Palakkad district of Kerala, but I've been settled in Mumbai for the past 20 years.
What is your height?
Sir, I'm 5'7".
5'10",
5'7".
5'7". Is that a normal height in Kerala, or you are blessed to be uh,
Taller than average.
taller than others?
Sir, I think it's a little taller than average. I'm blessed that way.
Yeah. No, no, it's a very smart height, no doubt. So, and of course, that gives you an advantage in badminton.
Yes, sir.
And also, why didn't you play basketball?
Sir, I did play basketball when I was in school, but I didn't take it up when I was in college.
Yeah. Finally, which are the 2-3 good TED talks you will recommend?
So there's a TED talk by Sheryl Sandberg on why we have such few women leaders at the top, in which she talks about how we need to change our perception about women. For example, women don't negotiate for a salary as much as men do, and how institutionalized change has to come, where we'll have more women leaders who will then cherish, and women in the workforce will also flourish. Secondly, there was another one by Chinmana Adichie. She's a Nigerian writer, and she talks about why it is dangerous to have a single story. So she spoke about the stereotype we have about the African continent, and about how we look at Africa as a poor nation, and which demeans the true talent that the continent has and the different nations in the continent has. And then her journey on how she went to the US and tried to break her stereotypes of US also.
Yeah, very good.
Karishma, I remember we have met once before and we have interacted, and I think I will not waste time on going on those questions.
Yeah.
As far as I remember, the questions I put you in the last interview were about your name Karishma and what it means, and I remember you have a BSc in Forensic Sciences.
Yes, sir, I do.
So I had done some law and we were going into
Discuss.
the Forensic Sciences thing.
Yes, sir.
And you were very well prepared. So what happened last year to the interview?
Sir, in hindsight, these are the things I think went wrong. Firstly, I was not giving a very comprehensive answer. I was trying to give a very rosy picture of things. So critical analysis was limited, and I fumbled right at the beginning, which impacted the rest of my questions as well. So these are a few things that I think went wrong.
What was the score?
I scored 160, sir.
160 after fumbling is not bad. And I think if you had not fumbled, that would be much better. What was the score for the written, if I may ask you, Karishma?
Sir, overall I missed it by 22 marks. I don't remember
No,
exactly.
but there's a lot of the 22 marks after 116 interview means that your written must have been,
Yes, sir, it
if
was
not
not that.
disastrous, it must have been much below par.
Yes, sir, it was.
Tell me, what was the marks you were given for essay?
Sir, essay I scored 138.
That again is not too bad for essay.
Sir,
normally.
essay it was decent.
And
But
what
for-
about your general studies?
Sir, in general studies I scored less. For especially general studies 3 paper, I scored around 79, which brought down my score quite a bit.
What is general studies 3? Which
It
part
is
is that?
the one with economy, science and technology and environment.
That's surprising for a person who's done a science course to begin with.
Yes, sir.
I would have thought you would be better prepared for that.
Yes,
So what I'll do, I'll let you be judged for this year's interview.
Okay.
I'm very happy with your last year's performance.
Okay.
I think you have a degree of poise and confidence and comfort level. And if you can retrospect and see what went wrong,
Okay.
I would not worry too much about fumbling in a few questions because it is not a test of knowledge.
Okay.
So I think you scored pretty well, and I would rather let other colleagues who have not interacted with you test you.
Okay, sir.
So I'll
Thank
pass you on to my esteemed colleague.
You have done an interesting thing in 2019 with the parliamentarians. You have done as a research intern, you have gone on policy matters.
Yes.
Now, what specific policy change would you like to bring about? And as a debater, please speak for it, for women's issues that you just, in fact, TED Talk also you said that why women are that. So, just can you share your views as a debater, a policy change that you would really like to force into the bring into the government of India?
Yes. Ma'am, women in politics is one major change I would like to bring, especially the reservation for women in the parliament, because we see that the political change that has brought up in the local grassroots level has not really converted into having more women MPs and MLAs as well as ministers. So for this, I think the first policy change we could have is to mandate political parties to give more seats to women, and the seats that are more winnable. And for this, they should also be nudged to give women more training in campaigning and more funds, as well as more media exposure, so that women are not seen as easy candidates but are given tough seats also. And further, we could definitely mandate a 33% reservation in the Lok Sabha to begin with, as well as the state legislative assemblies. And lastly, ma'am, civil society also needs to take this up as a challenge. We can have a citizen-led initiative of ratings on what parameters women are facing challenges, so that we can crowdsource ideas of why women are not reaching leadership roles in the political sphere, ma'am.
You contradicted yourself. You said that winnable seats, and then you said even difficult seats. So how can a difficult seat be a winnable seat, and why should anybody give money to a woman to, I mean, so you are not actually speaking for women by themselves carrying forward. Suppose I give you a very simple solution which I feel can be implemented. Every district has 2 MPs, 1 male, 1 female, and there is 50% sharing of this thing, and their duties are sort of divided, that they have to both perform. If you have to speak for this motion, what would you say? Why 33%? Why should we settle for 33%? Why not 50%?
Ma'am, in support of this, it will definitely bring gender parity, because if women constitute about 50% of the population, we should have representatives who will represent us in the election.
And our percentage of women in this parliament is much, hardly 10%.
Yes, ma'am.
In terms of the world average, if you see, we are less than other neighboring states.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you. I hadn't thought of this as a solution, but I really would like to think more about it and find out if there are any flaws.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, I wanted to know about the novels that you read.
Yes, sir. Sir, I read drama novels and drama fiction, basically, especially historical fiction is also something that I read. For example, Khalid Hosseini is one of my favorite authors. So, A Thousand Splendid Suns is one of my favorite books. Sir.
Kite Runner?
Yes, a Kite Runner as well as The Mountains Echoed. I've read 3 books.
So, drama, and what's the other one you said?
Sir, historical drama, it's drama itself, but based in the context of World War II, for example, All the Light We Cannot See by
What you
Anthony
mean, perhaps is, with your permission, sir, is that you like reading novels which have a dramatic setting in history, historical.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is
That's
that
what I
right?
meant. Yes.
Because drama would be drama and novel would be novel.
No. Yes, sir.
So, I mean, which is the period from which you're reading? Because, I mean, I can think of, I mean, have you read Scarlet Pimpernel?
No, sir, I haven't.
So, I mean, we are talking about from which period onwards in terms of novels?
Sir, I think I wasn't able to explain myself. What I meant was I like reading fiction books which were based during the time of World War. For example, the book All the Light We Cannot See or Book Thief, which were all based in World War II. But it was fiction, it was stories of normal humans and how the World War affected them.
Have you read Nevil Shute's Pied Piper?
No, sir, I haven't.
So, when you say you like reading books which are based on the Second World War around that time, what theme are you picking up from there? For example, Pied Piper talks about an Englishman who's 70 years old, decides to go to France, his son has died, on a fishing expedition, and then finds that on his return to England, he's actually smuggling out of Europe into the UK Jewish children.
Okay.
So the story is of a different nature. So when you say you're looking at this, where it's set in drama, so Alistair MacLean, for example, I mean, are you talking about that, Where Eagles Dare and Guns of Navarone? What kind of drama are you looking at? And Second World War?
So, The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak is
Yep.
about a family which safeguards a Jew in their basement. So, it is the dynamics that happens in their house when Jews are being persecuted in the rest of Germany.
Very good. Have you read The Reader?
No, sir, I haven't. That is the next.
The Pianist?
The Pianist, I haven't. Sir.
Okay, no further questions.
No, I'm very happy with your interview. I was very happy with your interview last year also. And that's why I'm surprised that you haven't made the cut, and I wish you luck, and I don't think that I have much to add. You are retaining your edge, you are comfortable with yourself, you seem to be enjoying the interview, which is the interaction should be about. And you are not supposed to know everything, and what you know reasonably well, and you seem to enjoy it. But the questions could be anything, anywhere this time also.
Yes, sir.
You might feel that you are fumbling with an answer. My only advice would be that don't worry too much about that. It is ultimately a test of how you perform under pressure and what is your presence of mind. I will request the Honorable Chairperson, when is your interview?
So 17th of September.
Plenty of time.
Good time. Two things quickly. Pick up your DAF, spend a couple of hours to anticipate questions which can arise out of it.
Yes, sir.
As many as you can.
Yes.
100, 120. The more you do, the better for you. You'll be
Okay.
prepared. Secondly, what newspaper do you read?
So the Hindu, and I read the Economic Times also. I started last.
Yeah, I think if you can add Indian Express
Okay,
for,
sir.
for this period, that will be better. And every day in a diary, take notes on 5 items
Okay, sir.
without fail, and keep on updating and refreshing them. So these 2 things will do you good.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
okay. Do you have any question?
you. No, sir.
Can I suggest something on
Yeah.
your dress? Will you be wearing a sari or you'll be wearing a salwar suit?
A salwar suit, ma'am.
If you're wearing a salwar suit, it's better if you put your chunni this way, because this is like a gaon ka gamcha,
Sir,
people-
ma'am, actually the mic. Yeah, ma'am. I'll definitely
try to, because that gives it a more graceful look
Okay, ma'am.
than just putting it like that.
Okay.
It's a very casual.
Yes, ma'am. I understood. I'll do that.
Could I ask you what question stumped you last time?
Sir, firstly, I was asked about which bill I worked on. So I mentioned a ship breaking bill that was there in Parliament that time. And I handled a second degree of questions, but then when the question went a little deeper into shipbuilding, which I had a cursory reading on, and one of the panelists was also from the Navy. So he had a deeper understanding about it. So I was not able to engage a lot with him, and I think that had I was judging myself on how I interacted with him, which impacted the rest of my interview.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.